Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, it's another day here in North Carolina. It's a little overcast today. They're calling for some bad storms around 1:30 to 2 o'clock today. Spent most of the morning hot and sweaty and nasty, dragging Grandpa's truck out of the woods where I had it stored. So we're en route back up there to the farm now finally. Everything went pretty good other than the mosquitoes here in North Carolina. They'll carry you off if you're not planted to the ground. But not sure what today will entail. I wanted to get this truck up here this weekend like I said, and that's looking good. So hopefully we can get it unloaded, set beside the other truck frame, and I'll do a little walk around of it. Still in pretty good shape. It's not near as bad as what I thought it was going to be. Probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago was the first time I'd laid eyes on it in probably 10 years. So it does have some rust in it, of course, prone for those areas, but all in all, it's pretty good. Got some sentimental dents in it that most of those I can remember happening when I was with him. But it's headed back to the farm, so it's a good day for me, and I'm tickled to death about that. Not sure what else we'll get into, like I said, so I'll bring you along for a little bit of it, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. All right, well, I made it back to the farm with it. This is it. Grandpa's 69 Chevrolet 3/4 ton truck. Had to put a front wheel on it. We loaded it flat, but put one on it I had here. The rear end I used in a previous life. I still have it. I used it for a different application, so I just stuck a 1/2 ton coil spring rear end under it when I took it out so we can move it, so that's why it looks funny there. But all in all, it's in good shape. Got some places on it. There's rust. The inside of the bed is miraculously not rusty. It's hard to believe. You can see up there at the front, in between, it's where my grandpa cut it out when he had the camper in it, like I was saying. Got the old style bumper on it. We'll do something with that. This dent here, I remember when he did that, he slid into a tree when we were riding in the bottom one day. Gives it some character, but like I said, all in all, it's in good shape. Got some rust in the rockers, of course. The interior is just pretty much just like it was when it left the farm. We never did really do much with it after he passed away. So, but the floorboards and all are in good shape. Cab corners are good. There's some surface rust here on the rockers, this one, and a little bit of rust on the bottom of the doors, which that doesn't bother me. The biggest problem that I have is this rust right here along the window sill. I know I've talked to a couple of you guys that have messed with these before. I'm not sure if they make patch panels for those or what, but anybody knows anything about them, let me know. The rest of it I know I can get off LMC. But listen to the door shut, and that's unreal. But show you under the hood here. Like I said, it doesn't have a motor and transmission in it. Had a 350 small block with a 400 turbo automatic. But look at the firewall. Not a bit of rust in it anywhere. Nowhere. It did have, like I said, aftermarket air on it that was my grandpa had put on. So all in all, it's pretty good. I'll show you the worst part, I think, of the rocker. Right there, that one's eat up pretty good. Which where it was sitting to this side down, so I guess the water just caught. Like I said, it's been there for many years, so that's no problem. Rockers are easy. But this is it. So now the process begins. I'll probably start on it one day next week, give it a good pressure wash maybe, and get everything cleaned up. And like I said, we got it sitting here, and then of course here's the 4-wheel drive frame you've all seen. So we're taking these body parts off and putting them on this frame. And the motor, I haven't showed you the motor yet, showed you the transmission transfer case. You know, a few odds and ends here or there, and it'll be ready to go. All right, let's see what else we can get into. Well, I showed you the Cub in a video or two ago. Got it out of the barn over there, got the blade off of it, and got it down here. I'm gonna work on the carburetor this upcoming week. Like I said, today's Saturday, so my buddy's here. We're gonna go ahead and do some FAB work on the front. Here's my sprayer that I'm going to mount to it. I had this bumper on it when I showed you in the video, and I was thinking about trying to do something. You know, I don't want it permanent on there for my dad, but just decided to take the bumper off, and it's got some brackets right here that were welded under the axle that the bumper was bolted to, so I'm just going to take a piece of angle iron and set it, and then run out here. Just set the tank on it, strap it down, put a couple stops on it. I believe that'll be good. Gonna have to figure out somewhere to put my generator, I think. Kind of like I did on everything else. I usually run the sprayer off my generator, but of course this is 6 volts, so it won't work on that. But anyway, she's in the shop, so might get a little bit of the fabrication on this, and we'll see what else happens. Stay tuned. Okay, well, we're getting close to wrapping up for today. Got the tank on there mounted. Like I said, we just used 2 pieces of angle iron here, and they went back to the original brackets there that the bumper was mounted to. Due to the width of them, the tank has 4 holes in the bottom of it where you can, put a 5/16 bolt up through. They weren't wide enough for that, so what we ended up doing is on this side it lined up, and I drilled the holes and got 2 bolts in there. And then on this side here, I just put a piece of aluminum tubing because the bolt holes were past the angle. Like I said, this is temporary. Had it do over, I probably would have welded some flat perches on the angle so I could have bolted it up. And I'm not gonna say that I might not do that later on, but it's on there. All I've got left to do is put 2 pieces. Let's see, I'll show you here. These 2 pieces of angle here. I've got to weld those right here on the front and drill a hole through it for the strap so that it lines up with the groove in the tank. And the other side, I think, is the tank's a little offset on the angles, so I think on the other side I may cut 2 more and do the same thing here. Yeah, that might actually line up. So I've got 2 of these already cut that I had from a previous project. I might go ahead and do those, but I've got to get that situated and then figure out the generator. And what I'm thinking is right here, I believe this is the cultivator factory mount or something, I'm not sure, but anyway, that's an 1.5 inch square hole tubing. It's got I just put these in there, got ready. It's got the set screws, you can put it in. So what I'm gonna do is probably come out of this with a piece of square tubing and build a little box right here, if you will, and set my little generator on it. I believe actually that'll be up high enough and out of the way of the mowing deck. I thought about putting it up under there on those 2 bolt holes there, and just have it underneath, but possibly, like I said, if everything works out good here, I might put the mowing deck back under it, and then we can still use it to mow with, and raise it up and down, use the generator. And it will be nice. Sometimes the generator comes in handy if a battery's dead or something. Like I said, I can just run around and hook it up like I used to do with the 1086. So that's enough fab work for today. I did actually put a nut on this and got it tightened up, and I messed with the fuel line and got that to quit leaking. Turned the gas on a minute ago and it's puking gas out again. That carburetor's been an issue ever since he had it rebuilt. I think we may end up just buying a new one, be done with it. I don't know what exactly is going on in there. It's not like the float's hanging or anything. It just does it when it's not running. It runs fine when it's running. But anyway, I've been charging the battery up, so I'm gonna give it a even though it's leaking a little bit of gas there, I'm gonna give it a shot here in a minute and crank it up and see what happens. So bring you along for a little bit of that. All right, let's see what it'll do. Too bad for sitting for months. A little hesitation in it. Well, I adjusted on the carburetor just an inch. Seems to be doing a little bit better. Oh yeah, running like a sewing machine now. Okay, I believe we'll get everything situated here and wrap this one up and call it a video. Okay, everybody, I believe we'll wrap this one up for today. I'm hot and sweaty and tired, getting close to supper time, so we're gonna knock off for today. Quite productive day. Not a whole lot on the video, and like I said, some people just not fond of being on camera, which is no problem at all. But if we're doing a lot of hands-on stuff, then that cuts out some of the video. But try to bring you along for as much as I could. Got Grandpa's truck here. I'm very tickled about that. Better shape than what I anticipated, like I said. Hope to get started on that hopefully next week. Again, today's Saturday, so the project's going to start in the bottomland on Monday. I think June 14th, I believe it is. I'm not sure when you'll be watching this, probably after that fact, but I'm sure next week's going to be taken up quite a bit with just dealing with that, being in the bottom with them, and watching over everything like a hawk. But anyway, got the little Cub going, adjusted on the carburetor, got it running good. Got the sprayer pretty much wrapped up, got a few things to button up first of the week on that, and I believe we'll be ready to spray. I did not get to weed eat the other day like I wanted to. You've already seen the video where we were mowing the bottomland when I got that call. That changed that up, so still got that to look forward to at some point this week, yay. But anyway, I know it's a little bit different format today on the video, and more or less doing and bringing you back, not really getting a whole lot of action stuff, but stay tuned for that for sure. The truck's coming up, and we got some other things in the works as well. So thank you all for watching. Please consider subscribing if you hadn't already. Hit the thumbs up button if you like what you see. Thumbs down, I understand it's not for everybody. Share the video, get it out there. Might be somebody else interested in some of this stuff that I'm doing here at the farm. Like I said, you never know what you're going to get. It's like a box of chocolates. One day it's this and one day it's that. But it all has to be done, and for the end goal, for the reclaim, get crops in the ground and make this a working farm again. Till next time, thank you.